So usually the eclipse seasons have to do with fated events and some crazy things happening. This time around, we have some extra luck. Let's talk about Jupiter in Cancer. And I don't just mean that transit. Let's go all the way back to 2013, when Jupiter was in Cancer prior to right now. 2013, 2014. One of the other things we had going on around that time was the North Node in Scorpio and Saturn in Scorpio. So the eclipses in the North Node were connected to Saturn. Big, lofty, spiritual purpose, high up in the sky stuff, though we don't have the words for, but we know we need to do. Connected to hierarchy, structure, the lessons of the world, gaining power, Saturn-related things with Scorpio. Hierarchy of the underworld, crazy. As someone whose chart is ruled by Saturn and Scorpio, it's a wild ride when you put them together, okay? So 2013, we have some earning the rights of the underworld going on with the fated events of the eclipses, and with really good luck because Jupiter is in Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. I'll be ruled by the eclipses that happen. Crazy. So that's the previous time that Jupiter was in Cancer. Think about what was happening then. Just check in briefly. What was going on if you want to know, okay? The next time that we see Saturn with the South Node is during the Capricorn South Node, mid to late 2019 into early 2020. And we haven't seen Saturn with the North Node since Jupiter was previously in Cancer in 2013. This eclipse season, Saturn is with the North Node in Pisces. Saturn retrograde re-enters Pisces on September 1st, and Jupiter is in Cancer. We're about to see if you have had trouble, bad luck, horrible things happening, bad stuff going on. How many ways can I rephrase this? And you have been working your behind off to get into a new position in the world. You face the trials of the underworld, hardships other people have not seen since 2013. It's a long time. That's 12 years. Long time. Okay. Luck from that time, not only is it coming to a close to start something new, we're also seeing Saturn return to its position with the North Node for the first time since that 2013 arrangement. So if you look at the previous 12 years and you say to yourself, wow, I have had a certain kind of luck, and it has been faded. Seems like maybe in this area of my life, things have just had it out for me. People have just had it out for me. Saturn, Scorpio related. Those trials of those Saturn and Scorpio places where it would have been a little bit more difficult were in assistance to the luck of where Cancer is in your chart. Okay, so now that we have Jupiter back in Cancer and Saturn back with the North Node in Pisces this time, we're going to be starting another round of that, probably around 12-year cycle. It'll be 2037 by the time that Saturn is again with the North Node in Leo and we have Jupiter in Cancer. This is the kind of luck that we're only going to see once in a lifetime. Because yes, it's happening for multiple eclipse cycles in a row, multiple of those seasons rather in a row. Eventually, the North Node and Saturn outpace Jupiter. So Jupiter will not be in Cancer when Saturn and the North Node are together. So this is going to be really good luck for people who are trying to build businesses, structure of the home, Cancer-related places in your chart, okay? Saturn-related places in your chart, and where your North Node is in your chart. If you are working on gaining something in the world, this September 7th eclipse specifically, but generally the Pisces and the Virgo lunar node axis, not a time to pretend about what you want. This is a time to dream big because dreams really come true. The next time, what did I say, 2031? 2037, and then into 2038 because the North Node is going to move into Cancer with Jupiter. Different story about astrology at that point in time, but that's going to be our final kind of like dreams do come true in terms of like society moment that we have in our entire lifetime. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Granted, it'll be dreams come true. Let me work on it for a while and it'll ground in another position. That's not to say that dreams don't come true after that. It's just going to be a very different process than what we're used to with the dreaming and the manifestation. Manifesting will be very different at that point. We'll have adjustment periods to get used to it, but also just, food for thought. So if you were thinking about, trying to earn a position in society and it having to do with your dreams, you're kind of at the right time and the right place. So if that's a message of confirmation, fantastic. Again, look at your Cancer, look at your Saturn spaces, look at your North Node, and look at your Pisces too. Those, check it out. What do those spaces in your chart, if you want to do the extra homework, have to do with what you're going through right now and what you're working on? That's going to clue you in on a more personal level. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep up the brew that you do. Enjoy the luck. Sounds pretty good. I'll keep up my brew too. Luck? Oh, count me in. And I'll talk to you soon. Happy eclipse season.